I went to therapy because life felt too much, and so did my therapist. Book summary. Maybe you should talk to someone. What happens when even a therapist needs therapy? Have you ever wondered who heals the healers? Or maybe you felt fine on the outside, yet deep down so lonely you wanted to scream. If you're going through a phase where life feels meaningless, this book will remind you, you're not weird. You're just human. Part 1. Pain doesn't discriminate, not even against therapists. Ever been wrecked by a breakup, or looked at someone seemingly perfect, successful, smart, attractive, and thought, if only I had their life? Well, don't trust everything that looks fine. Even therapists, who spend their days listening to others' problems, sometimes have to book their own therapy sessions. The hook. No one is just a side character in the story of pain. Lori Gottlieb, the author and a well-known Hollywood therapist, spent her days nodding along to heartbreaking stories from her clients. Someone just got betrayed. Someone's depressed but doesn't realize it. Someone makes lots of money but still feels empty. To the outside world, she was the poster child for successful healing. Until her fiancé dumped her out of nowhere. Love gone. Future plans shattered. Cue a full-blown, uncensored 30-something life crisis, and so she went to therapy. A therapist walks into a therapist's office. She met a new therapist, who had his own emotional wounds to wrestle with. Thus began a conversation between two scarred hearts. The confession. When you've been strong too long but still feel not good enough, Lori shares her journey with humor and heartbreak, like, I thought I was okay. Until I found myself sobbing in the grocery store clutching a bag of frozen carrots like I was in a Korean drama. Relatable, right? We live in a world where being fine feels like a mandatory standard. 30 and still renting. Failure, sad because you're single. Weak, successful but stressed. Ungrateful. This is the silent burnout syndrome, a mild but sneaky form of depression often ignored because everything looks normal. Lori peels off the mask of pretend okay that many of us wear every morning. Do you see yourself in this? The deep takeaway: being okay doesn't mean you're not hurting. Being okay doesn't mean you have to be strong all the time, and healing isn't about erasing sadness. It's about facing it with kindness. This book delivers a bittersweet truth. Even therapists aren't mentally healthy 24/7, and that doesn't make them weak, it makes them real, human. So, how much are you holding in every day? Have you shared that tiny but nagging sadness with anyone? If this message touched you, don't hesitate to share it with that one friend you've always suspected might be not okay. Part 2. You don't need to fix yourself, you need to understand yourself first. Ever caught yourself thinking, wait, who even am I? Woke up already exhausted, even though nothing's happened yet, laid in bed at night overthinking, maybe I'm just not good enough. If you're stuck in the self-improvement spiral trying to fix yourself to fit society's standards, then hold up. Stop right there. Maybe you're not broken. Maybe you just don't know yourself well enough yet. The stories, 4 people. 4 different wounds. But all very much like us. 1. John, a hotshot TV exec with money to spare, but snaps at everything. Sound familiar? Like someone you know who loses it when the food delivery is late. Behind the irrational anger is a man grieving the loss of his child, a pain he's never allowed himself to feel. 2. Julie, young, beautiful, loving boyfriend. Life seems great, except the doctors tell her she only has a few months left to live. With time running out, she finally starts living, cutting the drama, embracing every moment with full awareness. Question: are you living like tomorrow might be your last? Or putting off happiness for someday? 3. Rita, 69, alone, feeling like life's lost its meaning, but her life isn't over, it just never started the right way. Through therapy, it's revealed she never lived for herself, only followed what society said she should do. Truth bomb, maybe you don't want to end your life, maybe you just want to end the way you're living it. From Charlotte, 20-something, addicted to love, drama, and bad boys like it's a Netflix series, but what she's really missing is love for herself. She thought others were hurting her, but really, she didn't know how to heal herself. The shared truth, we're all just books with folded pages, we all have issues. But no one's a hopeless case, you don't need to fix who you are, you just need to be heard, and learn to listen to yourself, and if no one's done that for you yet, maybe it's time to start doing it for you. Deep takeaway, don't try to fix, try to understand, you're not broken. You're not weak. You don't have a problem. You're just living in a world that rarely lets you live by your heart, and sometimes, all you really need is someone, or even just yourself, to say, I'm here. I'm listening. Out of John, Julie, Rita, and Charlotte, who do you see yourself in, or have you ever thought you were broken just because you didn't live like everyone else? Part 3. We're all lonely souls trying to be seen. Ever felt like you're super rational, analyze everything, yet still feel unhappy? You help everyone else but can't bring yourself to say, hey, I'm not okay. You smile brightly on social media but secretly want to scream, can anyone actually see me? If that's you, congrats, you're in the emotionally suppressed but deeply feeling club. The biggest club on earth, but no one ever talks about it. The real talk, we're not cold, we're just tired of pretending, and maybe you should talk to someone. Lori Gottlieb shows us something profound. She, her clients, and even her own therapist, all had moments of thinking, I'm fine. While their insides were collapsing like a broken server, the book gently slaps us with this truth: negative emotions aren't enemies, they're warning lights telling us something needs healing. Let's break it down. The quiet truths that make you want to laugh, cry, always overthinking, that's your brain trying to stay in control, to avoid more hurt, fear of abandonment, maybe you've been left before, and never had a safe space to express that pain, feel like you're never enough, that's you getting lost in comparison, chasing perfection just to feel worthy, and drifting further from your real self. What this book gives you, not cliched pep talks, but actual tools for self-compassion. Lori doesn't go think positive, it'll all be okay. Instead, she gently introduces you to CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, simple therapeutic tools that help you understand why you react the way you do, learn why silence freaks you out, discover why your brain turns into a horror movie when you're alone, and the best part, when you understand yourself, forgiveness becomes a little easier. Profound takeaway, you don't need someone to fix you. You just need someone to see you. We're not weak, we're just lonely in a crowd, and sometimes, the most powerful healing comes from simply being able to say, this is how I feel, without being judged. Happiness isn't about always being cheerful, it's about being real, even with your sadness. Part 4, Conclusion, you're okay, even if today you don't feel like it. Have you ever wished, if only I could reset my emotions like I reset my phone, or asked yourself, why does healing make everyone else seem so chill, while I still feel like a tangled mess? If you're also stuck in a whirlwind of emotions, don't be so quick to label yourself as weird or broken. Because this book whispers one truth, you're okay, you just haven't fully believed it yet. Intro, healing isn't about being pain-free. At the end of Maybe You Should Talk to Someone, Lori doesn't hand us a fairy tale ending. No one is fully happy. No one is completely healed. No one rises from the ashes like a majestic phoenix, but what does happen is change, small, quiet, yet deeply real. They learn when to cry without feeling weak, they know when to go silent and just listen to their own heart. Most importantly, they begin to reach out, instead of trying to carry the weight alone. Share. Healing is no longer a destination, it becomes a way of living. Lori doesn't force toxic positivity or preach about forgiveness and letting go. She gently brings you to a space where your pain still exists, but you no longer feel the need to run from it. Everyone on this journey, from John, Julie, Rita, to Lori herself, they didn't start over. But they did begin to live with their life, exactly as it was, without hating themselves for it anymore. And you can too. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to erase the pain. You just have to stay with yourself a little more each day. Deep conclusion, you're not broken. You're just being human. We often think healing means becoming someone new, positive, glowing, yoga in the morning, meditation at night type of vibe. But truth is, healing isn't about deleting the pain, it's learning how to live with it, with a heart soft enough to accept yourself exactly as you are. You are okay, even if today, it doesn't feel like it. Okay doesn't mean painless, it means no longer running away from the pain. Comment pinned question, have you ever had a wound you thought you'd never survive, but somehow, you learned to live with it? Call to action, hit subscribe for more deep, healing, and real book summaries about psychology, emotions, and self-discovery. If this video touched your heart, share it with a friend who might need some silent healing today.